Hey guys, it's me again. Yeah, today with another training session, another grip training session, and you will see what I'm going to do, so there is no explanation needed. Gotta work on my left grip. let's just sit for a while. So this is also something that gets your heart rate up. If you're looking to do some cardio, but not over exaggerating on your cardio because you're afraid that you might lose muscle mass, this is a perfect exercise for you. Just do it like me. Do not rest so long, only if you need it, like right now, and keep on deadlifting the dumbbell. Yeah, and work on both of your arms. Okay, so do not just work on your right grip, work on your left grip or the right grip as well, depending whether you are a lefty or a righty. Okay, because for deadlifting what you need is, of course, both of your hands. So if you do normal deadlifts with a barbell and both of your arms, okay, then you obviously need strength in both hands, in both arms, and not just in one of them. Okay, here we go. Okay, so what you see is I'm making a drop set or drop sets where I start with my max, so to speak, and then I go slowly but continuously a bit down with my weight, so that I can get at least, let's say, about to 20 minutes in. You don't need to do a grip session for about an hour, because you will lose your grip way before this hour is finished and your form will break down, and so this is not comparable to a normal bodybuilding workout where you rest between each set depending on how heavy you go, between a minute to 5 minutes depending. This is continuously work. Now what does the time say? See, I'm about 12 minutes in now. 8 more minutes can be done very easily. If I lose my grip with the fat grip, I remove it and do the last reps just with my normal bare hand grip. No support, but also no device that makes it harder for you. Okay, here we go. This is very easy right now. So of course, this is of course very difficult and very hard on your lower back as well, because you're doing a deadlift, right? So it should be obvious that this is also an exercise that targets your lower back and your hamstrings and glutes, as well as your calves, and I would say, depending on how heavy you go, also your quads, right? So just think of it as a different version of a normal deadlift, and a little bit harder than it as well, because I'm using the fat grips. Okay, so this is like, well, you could say it's almost like a one arm axle deadlift, so to speak. The only difference with the fat grips and your normal axle bar is that the fat grips actually have some grip, so you do not really lose your grip that fast, because the fat grips have a textured surface, whereas an axle is smooth and you do not get any support from the metal rod. That's the only difference between the fat grips and the axle. So if you're aiming on competing for axle competitions, you can use those fat grips, but make sure to also buy an axle, because as I said, the axle doesn't give you any support. It's really smooth, and well, your hands will just slide away. Okay, as a finisher, we'll do some normal 5 kilogram plate holds for as long as we can. See, my legs are already shaking because they were abused. for your guys, or for the guys who are asking whether I do this at home or at my local gym, this is my home gym, guys. So most of the stuff here is what I do at home. Only at home, I would say. Maybe I take the fat Gripz one day with me if I try to do some leg pull downs, or if I get better at pull-ups. But most of the grip stuff I really do here at home, because, well, why should I go anywhere else when I have all the necessary equipment for grip work at home, you know? But when I do my bodybuilding stuff, or I really want to do some heavy deadlifts, and I don't want to break the floor, then I obviously go to my local gym and train there. Same for bench presses and squats, of course. But yeah, you can really do a lot of things at home, more than you think. And if you have the location like we have, why not construct a home gym? You know, it saves you, well, it saves you time, and depending on how ambitious you are, maybe even some money. Yeah, and that's it. So you can definitely do a lot of things at home, but not everything. So this is now training my pinch grip, because my thumb and the rest of the fingers of my hand are separated from each other. That's what you call a pinch grip. And that's also very important, to strengthen once, of course, your thumb, but also the other fingers. And what's very interesting is that, shout out to Joe Musselwhite, by the way, he's a grip expert, and he really teaches you a lot of things you can do at home with basically no equipment. So the interesting thing is what he's said, for example, is when you try to close those hard grippers, right? Like Captains of Crush number 2, number 3, or even above. For most people, it doesn't work out because the ring finger and the pinky, so the small finger, because they are not strong enough to close to close the gripper, or better say, to close the little sorry, the little gap that's still there when you say give it your all, and you still have about a centimeter left for the handles to touch, or half a centimeter. This half centimeter can only be closed when your ring finger and your pinky are strong enough to close it, right? Because the other fingers have already done their work previously to bring you to that point. So the very last thing, the very last half of the centimeter, quarter of an inch if you want, okay? That's where the pinky and the ring finger come into play. And he gives you basic exercises how to train these with basically no equipment. And you see, I'm about to lose my grip. And that's it for today. So there you have it again. A very intense grip session. I'm all sweat, and yeah, I will take a shower and rest for the rest of the day. See you then.